I was in Kansas, thousands of miles away from my family and my friends. I had 2 young children and a husband who was away a lot. Being a mom is hard enough when you have a support system, but without it, I was lonely. I found myself taking the kids out to places just to have things to do. I was in a bread store. Yes, a bread store. Because they had toys and they had books, and that kept us busy while we ate snacks. One book completely changed the way that I saw myself as a mom. I went to go look it up to try to purchase it, and it turns out it's an old fable, but the story still hit home today. See, it's the story of the miller and his son and their donkey. They decided to set out one day to the market to go sell the donkey. As they were walking alongside the donkey, they kept going, and somebody snickered and said, "Look at those fools. They have this perfectly good donkey, and they're not even using it. That man should let his son ride on it." So the miller thought to himself, "Oh, okay, I'll do that." Takes his son, puts him on the donkey, and they continue to go on their way. They go past a group of men who are debating greatly, and one of them stops and says, "See, that's what I mean. This generation has no respect for their elders. Look at that lazy boy letting his dad walk while he sits on the donkey." So the miller has the son get down, and he gets on it. Oh, well, that wasn't going to be okay with these moms that see this man making his child walk while he sits on the donkey. So hearing this criticism, he decides, well, okay, and he takes his son, puts him on the donkey with him, and they continue on their way to the market. Then some men stopped and said, "You are fools. You're going to sell this donkey, and he's going to be exhausted. You need to carry him yourself instead of being a burden to him." So the miller and his son got a pole, some rope, tied the donkey by his feet, put it on the pole, and decided to carry him on the way to the market. As they got closer and closer, the crowds of people started to laugh, seeing these 2 people carrying a donkey. The laughter got so loud it upset the donkey, and he kicked and struggled until he finally broke through the ropes and fell into the river. They lost the donkey. And all of this, they find, goes to show that if you try to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one. Do you feel that way? Think about it from the very beginning. It's, are you going to have a natural childbirth, or are you going to have an epidural? Are you going to go to a home birth, or are you going to a hospital? I struggled with those decisions for myself, and I have very strong opinions about these things, but I got input from other people about what was safe and what was right. We get that way about sunblock. One day, it's all about you have to slather your kids with the sunblock, and then we find out that the spray sunblock can be dangerous to our kids. It's all great reasons for moms to look at each other and go, "That's not the right way. My way is better." And it's always changing. Have you had those struggles between, do you go to a public school, a private school, homeschool, no school? Do you feel that way about the food that you're feeding your kids? It's like we can never make the right choice, regardless of what we choose. I felt that stress for a long time, and I realized that, somebody makes the choice to do one thing, and that works for them and their family. While I may make a choice that works for me and my family, I have 2 children, and they're night and day from each other. So one decision I make for one of them isn't good for the other one. And we need to find a peace in that. We were all made differently with our strengths as a mom. And today, I want to talk about the fact that you can follow the ABCs of mothering so that you can find peace in your choices as a mom. A, we want to accept that we are gifted in different areas. B, we want to be supportive of what our gifts are and be confident in that. And C, we need to celebrate that other moms have strengths that we may not have. When we do that, we can be happier in our own motherhood and have less stress, which makes for a better family. Are you ready?